ना समझ इंसान अपने गंदे पीक के निशान हर जगह सरेआम बना रहे हैं, ऐसा क्यों? Hello everyone, I am Nidhi Jain, STEM educator from Pune, Maharashtra, working with VK Patil Memorial School, and I'll be moderating today's session. Thank you so much, audience. I'm delighted to be here again. What a beautiful day it is, and I'm so happy to be sharing with you. We take a look at some of the great minds who have been instrumental in altering the landscape of sustainable development in their respective home turfs. They are inspirational people from a humble background who rose above their circumstances to make a significant contribution to the community and to the environment at large. My dear audience, one question to you. Can one man or woman bring change in the community? If yes, type your answer in the chat box. Audience, you can ask your questions to the speakers. You will have to mention the name of the speaker to whom you are asking questions. Now, you are at the bus stop, or you are on two-wheeler, or on the divider to cross the road. Suddenly, a head sticks out of a bus or a swanky car and spits. Can you imagine this scene? What if the spit has fallen on you? In our lifetime, at least once, we would have encountered such situation in India. Am I right? Don't you think you would have cursed that person? Or you would have picked up a fight with him? Something like that. And I'm sure this anger is justified as this old habit of spitting in public because it is disgusting. On the contrary, we have some wonderful people here who didn't get angry. Instead, they converted this anger into a solution, finding mission with a rational and emotional approach. What, how, where? All these we will hear from them directly. So without further delay, help me welcome our speakers for this evening. Today we are pleased to welcome Preeti Raja, co-founder director of Sare Jahan Se Acha Foundation. Preeti started her career with American Express Bank in Kolkata and then moved to Chennai in 1995, where she conducted relocation and acclimatization programs for expats. She has an eye for an art, creativity, and was the chief 3D cake artisan as an entrepreneur. Her love for animals and especially dogs led her to formulate a multi-grain preservative-free meal for dogs. The Spit Free campaign by Sare Jahan Se Acha Foundation is another project close to her heart. She hopes to carry the message of Clean India through children who she believes are the real transformers. We are delighted to have you, Preeti.
Lovely to be here, Nidhi, for such a fantastic cause. I'm delighted myself.
And we are privileged to have a bright personality, Raja Narasimhan, co-founder director of Sare Jahan Se Acha Foundation. Raja Narasimhan has 25 years plus experience in banking and technology. He has served American Express, Infosys, and Canbay in senior positions. The taste of entrepreneurship caught him 12 years ago. Amongst other topics, he also conducts sessions on A to Z life lessons, which addresses pre-career preparedness value-based talks for postgraduate students. He has been working towards a better India by promoting goodness through the foundation Sare Jahan Se Acha that he and his wife established in 2030. He has been receiving extensive support to spread goodness from citizens of various walks of life. He has his wife Preeti has been running a campaign in Pune to spread awareness about the ills of spitting in public. This has been covered widely in many media reports. They also have launched a portal to spread menstrual health, hygiene and wellness program called Har Mahina Har Mahila. He is working on a silicone wristband safety product for senior citizens in India, which will be piloted in Pune and Bangalore. The project is called My Wonder Loop. Raja, we are thrilled to have you here.
Same here, and happy evening, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Yes, it also gives me great pleasure to invite our next young and charming guest, Pooja Suchik. She's CA by qualification and is working as financial advisor with Simplicity Investing. She's an adventurer who relishes the unfamiliar opportunities and exciting new experiences. Traveling and exploring different cultures is something she enjoys immensely. Her creativity is expressed amongst many things she does. Do it yourself, cooking, and painting are her new hobbies. She is an active member of the Spit Free India campaign, as she feels our beautiful country deserves much more than what is currently getting from its citizens. Welcome, Pooja.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I'm really happy to be a part of this discussion today.
And I'm also delighted to welcome our next guest, Mr. Chetan Pal. He received his Bachelor's of Technology in Electrical and Electrical Engineering from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. He has over 3 years of experience in research and development in robotics, IoT, and STEM training. He has been developing different projects to make learning better and easy for students. He started his career as a research fellow and then joined R&D engineer along with STEM trainer. Before joining Smart Circuits Innovation, he also served as trainer in Atal Tinkering Lab, initiated by Niti Aayog. He is working with GEMS Education Group, one of the Smart Circuit clients. His work is helping take students into the future of technology and innovation. Our audience is excited to have you here, Chetan.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for these kind words, and I'm very delighted with having a session with these people, Mr. Raja, Mr. Ma'am, Preeti ma'am, and Pooja ma'am. So it will be a wonderful evening for me also, and for the audience also, to have a session with these people. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so let us go ahead, and let me go first to Raja Narasimhan, co-founder and director of Sare Jahan Se Acha Foundation. Raja, when did this idea strike you, and how did you start this?
Okay, firstly, Didi, happy to be here and thank you for inviting us. It's really a pleasure. And again, good to be interacting with you because we have done few campaigns with you, with your students from Vikhe Patil Memorial School. So really happy to be here. To answer your question, it was way back in 2010 when few of us professionals, we were brainstorming and, to figure out what are the various ills of this country and which needs correction. One such thing that came out is the habit of spitting in public, which requires immediate attention because the report says that few million people world over, or including India, are infected with tuberculosis, and many deaths take place every year. On average, about I think 2 lakh to 2,50,000 Indians die because of tuberculosis in India. So on August 15th, 2010, we did a symbolic short walk in one of the main streets in Pune, and that's when the campaign kicked off. However, for the next 3 years, because it was individually driven, we gave little bit time during weekends, and we tried to propagate amongst various citizens. Till 2014, when our foundation Sare Jahan Se Acha was formed, and we brought this campaign under Sare Jahan Se Acha umbrella. So the start is almost a decade ago, and we are continuing it. I think sustaining it is a big challenge, but yes, we are hopeful one day we will achieve the target. Thank you.
So it's almost a decade you're working on this.
True.
So Preeti, when did you decide to join this campaign and help out?
It's really good to be here, Nidhi. And to answer your question, I'm so delighted that for such an ugly red patch which we see, we are all united and we are standing here today talking about it. So I joined this campaign from 2014 since it came into the umbrella of Sare Jahan Se Acha during that time, and I took over the responsibility. This project is very dear to me, and I came with the sole aim that let me bring in youth and the young children under this particular campaign, because I felt they would be the right warriors and the ambassadors to take this message forward, because sometimes adults don't want to listen. And when they hear it from children, it's bang on. So we took this forward with the youth and very hopeful.
Yes, I do agree. Actually, children are the best ones who can motivate others and they can change, bring a change. So, Pooja, as a stranger to this campaign, how did you think of joining hands? And what kind of ground level activities have you done so far?
Okay, so the problem of spitting in public is not a stranger to anyone. Often we notice people spitting on the road, spit marks in buildings, public places, historical places. It's not only unaesthetic to see all this, but there are a lot of health issues also related with this. So I always wanted to do something about it, but I didn't know how to start and where to start. So when I heard about this campaign, I just jumped into it. I was very happy that finally I could do something which I had, wanted to do since long. So it's like you believe in something, हमें कुछ करना है, हम चाहते हैं कि कुछ बदल जाए, and हमें opportunity मिल जाती है. So Spit Free India campaign was this opportunity for me to give something back to the society. When you start working with any social activity or any campaign, it is very challenging in terms of the time and your availability for the campaign. But I have realized that it is really, really satisfying when you start seeing the results. So this is how I started, because I really wanted to do something and I just got the platform to do it. And to answer your question about the type of campaigns that we have conducted, mostly the campaigns that we conducted were aimed at spreading awareness and educating people about ills of spitting in public. So that is why we targeted public places and places where we could find different types of people and a lot of crowd. So we have done wall paintings at railway stations and bus stops, signature campaigns at busy roads, where we used to ask people to take an oath that they will not spit and they will not allow others to spit. Then we have done Nukkad Natak. We have done Zumba flash mob. So the idea of the flash mob is to grab the attention of the people. And once they are paying attention, then you spread the word about Spit Free India. We have done musical nataks in local train. We have addressed Safai Karmacharis at railway station. Then there was a Mahatma Return campaign which was conducted, where a cleanliness march was conducted with slogans and posters. We have also been conducting presentations in various schools. Like Preeti ma'am said that, children are the best ambassadors. So we try really hard to educate them and make them our ambassadors. We have also addressed captive audience of around 5,000 people at a religious event in Mumbai. And we have also tried to attract people by making beautiful rangolis at public places and try to spread the message. We have a jingle for Spit Free India, so playing this jingle, and also conducting drawing competitions for children, which have the topic like Swachh Bharat, Clean India. So these are the different types of campaigns and events that we have conducted so far.
Great, that's really motivating. Pooja, actually with your viewers, can you share some pictures, what kind of campaigns you are doing?
Yes, sure. I will. I'll share. I've made a small video of with a compilation of all the pictures. So I'll just share that. I'll share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's really, really exciting. My God.
Thank you.
You have touched so many lives actually.
Yeah, that's the aim.
So Raja, we would like to know, why do people spit and what is the necessity for a common man to spit in public?
Oh, very interesting. We have students from business schools who come and do interns with us, whether it's summer or winter. And in one of these sessions, the students conducted a very interesting survey. And I like to share the PPT. The reasons why people spit in public are very interesting. So I'll just try to share. Are you able to see?
No, not right now. Okay, so
anyway, don't worry. So I'll just read out, since it's with me on a piece of paper. The main reason, the topmost seems to be the chewing habits, which is pan, gutka, and tobacco. People, they don't have a choice, so they have to go and spit wherever they want. The second one, of course, it's not in any order. They have said that, it's a kind of a right to ownership of a public space. That's a kind of attitude they have. ये मेरा है, so I can do whatever I want. So they can go and do whether it is spitting or littering wherever they feel like. The third one is when they are cursing or swearing at someone, and after they do that, or before they do, they spit. The fourth one is it's a kind of least respect or value for a public property. We don't value others' property as much as we value ours, so they can do whatever they want. The fifth one is, of course, medical reasons. Many want to take out the sputum or the phlegm, and they don't have a place to spit, so they go and spit wherever they want. And of course, that is linked to the authorities not providing any alternate solutions. For example, there were spittoons which were placed. At least I remember in Calcutta when I was a kid, there were kind of buckets with sand filled and connected to a lamppost where people want to go and spit. They can spit there, which is gone. Is almost 30, 40 years.
Just a second, Raja. Can you speak loudly?
Yes.
Just a little louder.
Okay. Is it audible now?
It's audible, but little louder.
Okay. And the other reason is time pass. We see a group of people who have free time. They, meet at street corner and they keep chatting around. And one of the things that they want to do during that time is keep spitting. And the last is because of pollution, which could be dust pollution or whichever it is. And people, when they're on two-wheeler, they need to stop and spit. So there are some genuine reasons, there are some ingenuine reasons. This is the kind of survey that they did, and we got the results. So it will be very interesting to debate on these, but that will take some time. But I just thought these short 8 points will be interesting.
Great. Oh, looks like you have all worked out in a very organized way of doing this campaign.
Yeah.
Chetan, you are a STEM expert and you're into robotics. Can we make robots for tracking people who spit? How will those robots be helpful? What sensors would be needed for that? Something technical question I'm asking.
Yeah, actually, first of all, we have to find out where generally people used to spit. If we take example, if you go to any government building, people used to spit in the corner of the staircase. And if we talk about the bus stands, where the public toilets are there, and where there is a lamp post, like what sir has said earlier, it was in Calcutta, spittoons were there. So people used to spit over there only. And if you go any like pawn shop or a kind of shop, so people used to spit behind that. So what we can do, we can put some cameras having some AI technology over there. What is AI? AI will able to identify their facial expressions and face. So whenever, and we can link that data. Whenever the person will go there and spits, so what we can do, we can capture his image, and we can tally with this data with the government records, and we can easily find out who was there, who was that person who spits, and we can impose some fines over there. And so this is the how to stop it. Now we have to deal with the problem that person has spitted over there. Now we have to stop the infection over there. We have to remove these marks. So we can't just tell our housekeeping staff and the cleaners to do that, because they are also human, so they will be get infected. So what we can do, we can just uh, use UVC light disinfectors. There are a number of disinfectors right now working in Americas, United States and European hospitals to disinfect their areas during this COVID-19 pandemic situation also. So we can utilize them to disinfect that germ. After a certain time, we cannot detect the germ is there or not. Germs are there is not, and there are chances of infection is not there. So we can just use UV lights to disinfect that particular place, and we can use whistle boards to clean that particular area, so that we can just we are also cleaning the particular area, and we can also find the reason behind that, who is doing it. And and the most probable solution is that we have to aware the people. They have to stop it. I don't think so. Why people think that this is if public place is their property, okay, I understand. Then you should not spit on that. Now you should not keep dirty your house. It's your property, man. You have to respect that. And that if we talk about the cleaning cost and other cost will be bear by the taxpayer money only. So we have to stop that thing also.
Yes, totally. Because, people, when they visit Western world in foreign countries, they spick and span, they don't spit. But when they come in India, they do the same thing. So it's like you are in dual personality. And okay, so that's quite an innovative approach, Chetan, what you have told. Preeti, when you stop people from spitting, do you encounter resistance?
Yes, Nidhi. This task, I think, is uphill and doesn't seem to get any lesser. So resistance is there. And having said that, I can't put a class to it कि ये class spit करता है, ये category spit नहीं करता है, ये अमीर है तो नहीं करेगा, ये गरीब है तो करेगा. कई बार बहुत बार उल्टा भी होता है. So I'm not going to categorize it, but yes, मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल दे देती हूँ. मान लीजिए हम एक पब्लिक एरिया में कैंपेन कर रहे हैं एंड वहां पे अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल आर स्टैंडिंग. उसमें से किसी एक जन ने स्पिट किया और हमारे वॉलंटियर्स अगर अप्रोच करते हैं और बोलते हैं सर आपने जो किया है वो गलत है, या भाई साहब जो आपने किया गलत है, इट इज अनहेल्दी, इट स्प्रेड्स डिजीजेस, आर यू अवेयर दैट यू आर नॉट सपोज्ड टू डू दिस, इट्स अ वेरी अगली साइट एंड दिस इज अ पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी. सो गिविंग ऑल दैट पॉइंट्स व्हिच दे वांट टू पुट अक्रॉस टू एक्सप्लेन टू द पर्सन. मान लीजिए अगर वो इंसान थोड़ा सा इकोनॉमिकली फॉरवर्ड बैकग्राउंड से है, वो तो पलट के जवाब देगा. उसकी ईगो को तो पहले ही धक्का लग चुका है, तो वो पलट के जवाब दे देगा मैं टैक्स भर रहा हूँ, मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकता, सफाई करने वाले तो हैं वो करके जाएंगे. और यहीं पे अगर वो इंसान थोड़ा सा भी इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन से हुआ, मेनी अ टाइम्स वी हैव सीन वो अपॉलोजेटिक भी हो जाता है, वो समझने को भी तैयार है एंड सरप्राइजिंगली उसको इस बात के बारे में मालूम ही नहीं है कि ये मेडिकल एंगल से हम बोल रहे हैं. सो समटाइम्स इट्स अ लर्निंग जर्नी फॉर हिम कि मेरे थूकने से आपको बीमारी हो सकती है या किसी और को बीमारी हो सकती है. तो मेनी अ टाइम्स वो प्रॉमिस भी करता है कि मैं अगली बार से नहीं करूंगा, गलती हो गई. तो हमारी जर्नी में हमें कई तरह के लोग मिलते हैं, रेजिस्ट भी करते हैं, कुछ रेजिस्ट नहीं भी करते हैं, बट जर्नी इज ऑन गोइंग. माना कि सफाई करने वाले लोग हैं, लेकिन लाइक अ मदर जो सिखाने के वक्त ये नहीं सोचती है कि बच्चा तुरंत उसी मिनट में सीख जाएगा, तो वो बार बार सिखाती है. सो ये एंडेवर भी हमारा चलता रहेगा. देयर विल बी नो स्टॉपिंग until we have reached our goal and people are aware, and COVID-19 is at our doorstep. So it's high time we know that spitting is not something which should be acceptable.
मतलब इतना पढ़ लिख के भी अगर यही करना है तो पढ़ाई लिखाई का कोई फायदा भी नहीं है.
बिल्कुल.
Raja, actually in this current situation of COVID-19, How relevant is the anti-spitting campaign today?
No doubt, 100%, if not 200% relevance is there. We all know COVID is bothering us. I'm not going into that topic. But when we started this campaign in 2010, we never knew that in 2020 there will be a COVID that will be attacking us, right? We were thinking about tuberculosis, pneumonia, and general flu, influenza, etc. All these which were, linked to spitting and littering in public. Thankfully, Ministry of Home Affairs and the Family Welfare Department, as per the current Pandemic Act, they have declared, spitting as a public and a punishable offense, which is a good thing to note. But how long will this be prolonged? How long will this be kept alive? We don't know. Of course, we have seen this in the past that implementation of any rule is a big challenge in India because we seldom respect rule and law of the world, law of the land. So, of course, it is relevant to answer your question, but it will be interesting to see how we are going to implement them.
So it is really that all the municipalities have anti-spitting laws. So it is interesting. Actually, I was not aware about this.
Yeah, actually, if you see a bit detail and if you Google it out, every state's municipalities, they have some law or the other to prevent people from spitting in public, and it's not today; it's been there for the last several years. But as I said, implementation is a big challenge. How are we going to chase people? Of course, Chetan mentioned that we can use AI and all that stuff. But with such a large country, to focus on a decentralized approach will be a big challenge. It's a good idea, of course. Maybe as a pilot, we can try it out somewhere in a kind of a gated community where there are a lot of visitors are there. But it's definitely a challenge.
Yes, right now we have many audience questions also coming up here. Abha Mishra would like to know how can she join this campaign?
Okay, we have a Facebook page which is called Spit Free India Campaign. She can go there and send a message and we will get back to her. That's the easiest way to do it.
Preeti, there is a question from our audience. It would be great if you could share the, actually it is for Raja from Uruz. It would be great if you could share the points you have mentioned for our future reference.
Okay, sure. We will do that. Again, if he can send a message on the Facebook page link, we will share it with him.
Preeti, there is a, Parvati is saying that amazing work, guys. Keep it up. We'll definitely see the change. So there are many people, those who are willing to see the change.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad people are joining in and they are realizing that it's such an important topic and we need to get together for this. So thank you, Parvati. Thank you very much.
Pooja, there are many volunteers, those who are saying, like Prasad Satya Kotekar, he's saying, I'm really interested to participate in your good initiatives and how he can participate.
So, anyone can be a volunteer for this campaign because the aim is to reach out to maximum people. And we have come across different types of volunteers who, help us in their own capacity. So to give you an example, some people have helped us by, just clicking photos and videos during our events, which we use on social media for social media promotion. Some of them have helped us with choreographing skits and nukkad natak. So in whatever way the person feels he can contribute, they can join the campaign.
Yes, there is a will, there is a way. Right,
yeah.
Raja, there is a question from Suresh Sharma. He's saying, don't you think that things like tobacco or other materials should be banned as it has bad effect on health and all, but government is not banning it? Why?
I don't want to get into any controversial answer. Of course, it is bad for the health, but that's how we have lived for so long. There are certain bad things, there are good things. It is up to the individual to take it, which is good, which is bad. Uh, Going and telling a government that you have to ban this, government also thinks from different angle. They have to look at it from a 360-degree angle. In fact, tobacco is a cash crop, so it is very difficult to enforce certain things. But yes, if you are allowing some selling to happen, if you are allowing some production to happen, you must also have some mechanism for a proper disposal. So it is up to the individual's choice, and the rules we have allowed it to degenerate. We should maintain some sanity in the way we live, and it shouldn't be disgusting for others.
Yes, I think that will be the best one. Chetan, audience would like to know how can AI, artificial intelligence, and robotics technology will help in this mission?
See, I have already mentioned that how we can just get it into how we can stop it. Like first of all, we have to just develop a system with the cameras. Likewise, in COVID-19 situation, also European countries are preparing a camera where they can identify who the particular if there is a crowded place, so they can identify the particular persons, each and every person, a temperature, and is there any symptom of COVID-19 is there present in that particular person is not, and we can get collective data and we can filter out later on. So we can use this technology also to identify whether a person is infected or not. Okay, if that person is infected, so what we can do, we can just implement we can just inform the concerned authorities near that particular place, and we using AI we can just recognize the facial expressions and facial recognition. Likewise, in our daily in our phone also nowadays, phone unlocks with the help of face recognition, so we can use that technology to recognize the face. And now we can create a database of that particular person. Suppose a person commit that mistake one time and we have imposed some fine over there. Okay, that's fine. Now that person as Preeti ma'am mentioned, that is that person is financially strong. It comes from us agar uske paas is come from strong financial behavior, so we can he can just pay the fine and do the same mistake again, commit the same mistake again. So how we gonna stop it? So we will just put that that entry into our database, and if that person commit that mistake, same mistake at somewhere else, so we can just okay, we'll see that that person has committed that mistake second time. Now we have to go some legal actions. Like he's also it's like a medical threat to the other peoples also. So what we can do, we can just do the collective database. And for robotics, if we include robotics, so in robotics right now we don't have any sensors to detect that whether person is spitting or not. Okay, what we can do, we can just implement the cameras with AI. But in cleaning and in disinfection of that particular area, to sanitize that particular area, we can use robots. Likewise in Chennai, and in the last session also I mentioned, in Chennai robot, there is a robot who is like going down over the roads of Chennai and sanitizing the whole area. So we can use that kind of robots to spray with having spray jets and other sensors to clean out that particular red area and disinfect that also. So this is it right now. If we go by the technological steps, then we can implement it. Right, as Raja sir mentioned, we cannot do it like on large scale, but we can start it as a pilot project. And so first, government has to took this initiative, because we can just start it from the government places. After that we can go to the other places also. Likewise, I'll just recommend like railway stations, bus stations, crowded areas. Likewise, if we talk about some bus stand is there, some important junctions where the people has to stop for a long time, some important red light like traffic signals. Because I have seen many peoples when they are okay, they are waiting for red traffic light turn to be green, they used to roll down their window and then spit. Why? I don't know. There is a lush of greenies are over there and you are spitting it with your like. And as a person has mentioned, why did government ban these tobacco products? I have a like a very harsh answer for that person. Sir, if we stop using that, then government has to stop it for produce also. So it's not government responsibility to do all the things. Change starts from us only. So we have to stop using that. Then only government be able to put some bans over there. Likewise, if I set you example of European countries, uh, in Italy, people there are so many people who used to chew chewing gums. So first, government tried to put some ban over there, but then what happened? People get against the government. Then what government does? They lift the ban. After a certain time, there are some group of people who initiate this we have to stop using chewing gums and all the. Now there is no ban, but if you go to the Italy, please try to ask some shopkeeper whether I can get a chewing gum. That person will not able to give you chewing gum very easily. Either you have to just pay some extra cash or whatever you want to do to get a chewing gum. So like it's a irony thing that when we are doing some we want to do something in legal way, we are not able to do it, but we have other ways to do. When the people start to do some change, government has to accept that also.
Rightly said. We actually need government help in this. Preeti, there is a question from Prasad Satya Kotekar. There is a suggestion coming up. He's saying that we should stand in groups of 4 near a pan shop. Whenever a person buy a pan and start chewing it, should request politely not to spit in the public. Let the arguments be there, but results oriented.
Yes, very true. This is a self habit, a hygiene habit. So like in India, people pee around in the open. People spit also in the open. I think never people have been stopped. So right from childhood, one, the education has to be done. And number two, as you said about pan shops themselves have a dustbin. And it's like people, if they're not able to aim in the dustbin, it's all around the dustbin. So I think that self-hygiene is not top priority for individuals in our country. You do your job, others will do the job. It is his responsibility, it is your responsibility, but never mine.
Yes,
Somebody else will do it.
Too.
And one thing people don't realize is there is something called dignity of labor. मैं थूकूंगा और मेरी थूक कोई और साफ करेगा. Why? How disgusting can this? It is really disgusting. So why can't people understand that it is something which I am excreting from inside me? It's mine. Why can't I use a washroom? Government may not have given you a spittoon in every place, but then you choose a spot which doesn't disturb others. At least it should not spray somebody else's wall. So using your intelligence, being sensible, being sensitive is also important.
Right. And we are getting a lot of appreciative comments from audience. Amit Sikarwal, Gangaputra, he is saying that प्रशंसनीय अभियान चलाया जा रहा है आपके द्वारा साधुवाद.
Nidhi ma'am, I have an example of that particular thing that Preeti ma'am has mentioned.
Yes.
There is a village in Rewari district named as Tikla. Okay, there like people do not use any tobacco product. Likewise, gutka, like other things. They have did it for the good. There is no ban over there, but people have chose it like we will not use it. Even even a small kid will not go to that particular shop. Even nowadays the shops have stopped to keeping these things. वहाँ पर वो कोई शॉपकीपर भी नहीं रखता है ऐसे प्रोडक्ट जो कि तंबाकू या फिर ऐसी किसी एक्टिविटी को एनहांस करते हैं. Likewise, if we talk about cigarettes, gutkas and other things, and for young generation also, they used to tell it's from the adult side only. They used to tell that you should not use these kind of project, and that they will also tell them what are the consequences of their like spitting is one of the baddest habit I have seen throughout my life. Like if somebody get habit of that spitting, that they will get to they will be a उनको आदत हो जाती है ऐसा करने की for no reason. If they are standing and they are talking to someone else, they used to do it. So वहाँ के लोगों ने the adults is also educating the kids only that you will not do it. So it's an initiative by the people only, for the people only.
So self-discipline, I think, is very important. That should come from within. Here, Neeta Ganguly, she is asking, Raja, child learns what it sees. It's important to make it a habit formation right from kindergarten. Kids teaching adults is more effective.
Absolutely, I agree. And during our days, we used to have a subject called moral science. I don't know whether moral science is
I
being.
would request, sorry to interrupt, I would request everyone to speak little loudly.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, just a little louder.
Okay, so I appreciate what Neeta Ganguly had mentioned. During our school days, we used to have a subject called moral science, and not just theory, but as kids, we used to go around and do a lot of things which are moral science oriented. I don't know whether such subjects are there in school right now. Number one, number two, we also know that a child, when he or she learns, when she or he is between age 5 and 10, lasts till the end. So these habits needs to be taught when the child is between age 5 and 10, and that's very critical.
Yes, that's true, because they are the ones who are going to bring a change.
Yeah.
Here, Ruchi Jain is replying to Suresh Sharma. Government gets a lot of money, so they don't ban it. So I think when they sell these products like tobacco and cigarettes and other products where they chew it, so I think the government is getting a lot of money. That's the reason they're not banning it.
This question is to whom?
Raja.
Okay. Yeah, as I said earlier, tobacco is a cash crop. Why would the government think of banning something? So I don't want to, as I said, go into controversy. Yes, we need to find out if something is manufactured and it is being consumed, how do we make sure it is disposed properly? So it is across anything that we use. So even if you're buying a Lay's chips packet, how do you dispose that packet is also a question. So it has to be thought out right from start to finish.
Yeah, and can I add something, Nidhi?
Yes, Preeti. Please.
Okay, so again, I would come back to it is our own self-control. The government can't teach me or parent me all the time. Today, a mother will say, Palak is very good for you, but will she feed you Palak every day? Somebody will say, dal has got a lot of protein, but will you eat your dal every day? One day you'll probably cook something else. Every week, your menu would change. So it is on the individual to know the proportion or the quantity that is right for him. And again, as Raja mentioned, the disposal. Just don't think about consuming, think about the entire cycle. I have consumed, now where do I dispose? A chewing gum, the wrapper is there, you wrap it into it and you're disposing it. So when you are thinking of spitting, one is self-control. Try to avoid, if you are in a place where you are not finding a location to spit, self-control is within you. Or look for a washroom. There are washroom etiquettes. You can go and spit there. Look for a mud patch if a spittoon is not there, where there is loose mud, so that when you spit, it is neither on a wall, neither on the road, neither is it splashing on someone. So look for a spot which is more decent and not going to affect or bother the general public around. So it's all within us, in our hands, in our control.
Yes, घर से ही सीखेंगे तो फिर country भी सीखेगा. Pooja, Aditya Kumar is saying, if the project is on for a decade, why it has not picked up steam?
Okay, so this campaign is it's a continuous and a slow process. Okay, it is very difficult to change someone's mindset and attitude. Okay, लोगों की सोच बदलना इतना आसान नहीं है. And so slowly and steadily we have started seeing results. It's not going to happen, just in I think 10 years have gone, but yeah, we have still seen results. A lot more still has to be done, because see, today I will tell you don't spit. Okay, then you have to go and tell others. People have to start accepting it. People have to start changing the way they think, and it is going to take time. It is going to take time.
Yes.
Raja, would you like to add on this?
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes, Preeti.
Yeah. So the gentleman who has asked the question, I think he should self-ask, how many people has he stopped till today from spitting? a one Raja, a one Preeti, one Pooja, or a one Nidhi will reach a limited audience, right? And then I'm passing on the message to the next level, to the next level, and to the next. Now, each one there has to continue its hand-holding to a certain extent. Uske baad you are on your own. And then you pass on that message. So he needs to ask himself, have I taught another 11 or 20 people? And those 11 or 20, have they taught the next? So don't ask somebody else, ask yourself. So the lesson has to be learned by you and taught also by you.
Yes, it has to be in a geometric progression. Basically,
Yes.
one has to take the responsibility. That's
Absolutely.
true. Chetan Hetu Grover is asking, wish there can be a technique where as soon as one spits in typical corner, a sensor sends out a noise or similar effect, which will also cause embarrassment besides getting attention to the person.
Yeah, I think it's a nice idea to put a sensor and buzzer over there, because in India the embarrassment and this kind of public insult will come will give you the positive results. Actually, to be precise, if there is no sensor that can predict anyone who is spitting, but we can develop a system, a proper system, who can just tell us like that person has spit, and somebody has to take care of that also. That person is coming in that area and he does that. But see, if we go deep into it, that we can put a moisture sensor over there. If somebody is spitting over there, then moisture should be there, and as the moisture will be there, and that microcontroller will give you alarm, and it will raise a buzzer and so a light also. So we can just add it. It's a simple area, but we cannot just be predictable that whether the person who is spitting is like what he is having. If he is having some good guys and other things, then it will be a different kind of mixture. So we can adjust moisture sensor. That will be a great approach. Nice idea by the audience also. So
I think
Rajesh sir,
it's
can we
very
do
good.
it?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Audience is also thrilled and they also would like to give their own.
Okay, there is a sensor named as rain sensor. It detects when the rain droplets will be there. So it's a very small padlet, like by 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter. So we can just develop a bigger one, and we can put over the walls also. But then Pooja ma'am will not be able to paint that wall. So so we can just add that kind of sensors. These sensors will detect the droplets only. So whenever the droplet will be there, they will be they will induce some charge in that particular signal pin, and using that signal pin we can just alarm or raise alarm, so that person will get also feel embarrassed, and the other person should be aware that in that corner there is an alarm, so we will not spit. We have to go to the proper place. And also we can set a voice message over there. If you want to spit, just go to a nearest washroom. And although spitting is not good for us also, not for you also, not for the everyone who is around you, not for your family also, so we can just put a nice message over there. So yes sir, Rajesh sir, you can add on it.
I don't want to add.
There is a lovely suggestion from our audience also, from Sneh. What she's saying is there is a village, Tikla in Rewari district.
Yeah, I
बीड़ी
mentioned it.
सिगरेट टोबैको पान मसाला सब बंद है. इवन एक 4 साल का बच्चा है उसके रैपर को भी टच नहीं करता. ये मेरा गांव है. So there are people actually, those who are they love their country and they are not willing others to make our country dirty.
Maybe ma'am, Rajesh sir wants to
I just wanted to just 2 points. One, similar village is also there near Pune, about 60 kilometers, where Anna Hazare stays, which is called Ralegaon Siddhi. So they also have similar rules where you can't buy tobacco and pan and gutka products. So that's one thing. The second thing I wanted to add, on a lighter note, I wanted to ask Chetan, can we devise a kind of a robo marshal who will be on the street, whether it is through drone or whatever? If he finds somebody who is spitting, he will just come and give a whack.
So we cannot do it because this is a machine.
I know it's a light.
This is a machine. If we go too harsh on the people, then they will start to resist the technology also. They will say that you are sometimes it's a machine. It can also commit some mistakes. I know machines are fast right now, but they are not precise. They are not accurate. They can just, if somebody is having some having some glass of water, they will also see, okay, that person is spitting into the glass. Let's punish him. So we cannot go to that approach. But
That,
we can also develop like drone idea will be good. So let me just figure it out right now. No one is working in that field. Let me just figure it out whether we can develop a sensor like this also using, although we have to develop the system to detect whether a person is spitting or whether he is doing some normal day-to-day life work. So we have to identify that also. But it's a nice suggestion that we can, because in drone surveillance we will be able to capture the more areas, not only that particular area where we have put it the camera, but using the drone we can use we can cover the larger areas also. Likewise, there is a market, there is like normal day-to-day road, we can just do it also. Nice suggestion.
correct. And don't take it very seriously what I told you about the.
No, sir, it's fun. I know that.
No, no.
Uh,
Why I said that was, probably we are at a juncture where we need to start naming and shaming people. Otherwise,
Yeah, actually.
to correct ourselves. So that I feel seriously about it.
Preeti, there is a question, kind of a question from Amit Sikarwal. He's saying, अभिनेत्री एवं अभिनेताओं पर प्रचार पर रोक के लिए आप क्या कदम उठाएंगे?
On spitting? Well, so
No,
these
there's of certain pan gutka masala, like we have certain.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If it is they are consuming that, or if they are standing up for pan gutka masala, they have to be told to, yeah, they have to be told that the public watch them and they follow what they do. But yet again, it's like I just explained. आप कितना कंज्यूम करते हैं वो no celebrity is going to tell me. वो सिर्फ आपको ब्रांड दिखा रहे हैं. आगे आप कितना कंज्यूम करेंगे और कितना नहीं करेंगे वो सेल्फ कंट्रोल पे है. अगेन आप चाहते हैं कि आपको सेलिब्रिटी आके पेरेंट भी करे, गवर्नमेंट पेरेंट भी करे एंड सब कुछ थाली में मिले. ऐसा होता नहीं है. कुछ तो हमें अपने एफर्ट से करना ही है. एंड इट्स हाई टाइम कि हम एक्सपेक्ट करें कि दूसरे आके कुछ सिखाएं या दूसरे अपने को सुधारें तब हम सुधरेंगे. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. आई थिंक हमें कोविड-19 ने आके बहुत कुछ सिखाया है. तो अभी भी अगर इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं तो हमें बहुत कुछ सीखना फिर तो बाकी रह जाएगा. So I think we should self-learn now.
I would like to add on something on it. Like that person has mentioned that actress used to show it, and they used to advertisement. Let me tell you one thing: government has imposed over the ban to advertise tobacco products. You can see whenever like if we take the example of this Vimal Kesar and all these things, they are using the product name as only the elaichi. Like they was used to say it's a mouth freshener, but they are using the brand name for the same exact they are using to sell the pan masala. If you talk about the Rajnigandha only, they are selling silver pearls only. So they are advertising their brand name only. They are not saying you can't say, okay, tell me anyone in the audience, please tell me the in tobacco product wherever you have seen that person and or the actress is advertisement about the tobacco product only. I can't see like there is any cigarette advertisement over the TV. Even on the liquor also. Nowadays, when government has banned that you cannot advertise the liquor, they have chosen another path that okay, we will advertise our name over the name of sodas, glasses, like was Carlsberg and like Havertz 1000, and there are several others. In the music CD also, Bacardi is now promoting the music. Okay, I know that there is some music festival over there, but what they are like advertising, they are just advertising their brand. It's over to you whether you are choosing a pan masala or a like a liquor shop or a cigarette. So it's a self-control thing.
Sorry, there are lot many questions which are coming up. So there is a question from Neeta Ganguly to Raja. Fine should be according to one's income percentage basis. Can we do this?
Very difficult to look at PAN card and fine a person. An offense done by a person, is an offense. So it has to be uniform. So I can't say because he's a cart puller, so he must be fineless, and the other person is driving a Mercedes, so he should be fined more. I think fine must be uniform. So that's a fair thing, I feel.
Nidhi ma'am, you're on mute.
Nidhi, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay,
I'm
I
so
would like
sorry.
to. Oh yeah. Okay.
There is a question from Tejas Mankikar. Mr. Narasimhan, strictly implementing heavy fines would be a deterrent. Has it been implemented in certain states in India in the past? If yes, to what extent it was sustainable?
I don't have data to say that it was successful in one place or it was unsuccessful in another place. But many times when the municipality wants to be serious enough to implement something, for example, in Mumbai we have seen people are being fined because they are spitting. In Pune we have seen, but these are all momentary things that we have observed. It is there for 3-4 days, then slowly it dries away. BMC, that is Mumbai Municipal Corporation, also implemented, I think, they gave contract to somebody to start fining people, but I think about 6-7 months it went fine. But after that, it was reported that there was some corruption in that particular organization, so that was stopped. So it's quite difficult to say because we don't have data which place is successful or unsuccessful. But yes, let's set aside the fine. What is it morally that I'm doing, whether it is right or wrong, we need to think. So why should we worry about, government is going to implement or not? If you're spitting, if you're littering, if you're pissing, if you're doing something wrong on the street, it is wrong. So stop it. So that has to come from within. Yeah. So that's what I feel.
Yes, actually, it should pinch everyone that I'm doing something wrong.
Yes.
Now, there is a question from Aditya Kumar. Preeti.
Yes.
Not to spit is covered in school syllabus, but as he or she grows, this doesn't become a habit. Where is the gap?
If the person who's asking this question is an adult, I'm sure he will know where the gap is. One is लोगों का ape mentality. वो कर रहा है तो मैं क्यों नहीं? ये भी एक कारण हो सकता है. उसने किया तो मैं क्यों नहीं? कुछ देर पहले मैंने जो जवाब दिया था, मैं टैक्स पे कर रहा हूँ, सफाई रखना किसी और का काम है, वो भी एक कारण हो सकता है. मे बी पैसे ज्यादा आ गए हैं, मैं टबैको खरीद सकता हूँ, वो भी एक कारण हो सकता है. मगर इन सब कारणों में मुझे ये नहीं समझ आ रहा कि मुझे ये नहीं करना है, ये कहाँ छुप गया इतने अपब्रिंगिंग में, एजुकेशन में, ये कहाँ गायब हो गया. सो सबसे अच्छा जो बल्ले बल्ले वाली सिचुएशन तो वही होगी ना कि हमने समझ लिया अब हमें नहीं करना है या हमें स्पेसिफिक जगह ही जाके स्पिट करना है, तो सब प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाती है. ना हमें फाइन करने की जरूरत पड़ रही है. आप चबाओ जितना टबैको चबाना, लेकिन सही जगह स्पिट करो, प्रॉब्लम इज सॉर्टेड. आप पब्लिक स्पेस में कर रहे हो तो प्रॉब्लम शुरू हो रही है. तो एक छोटी सी आदत को हम ट्वीक नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, ये मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है. ये कौन सी एजुकेशन में, कौन सी किताब में जा जाके समझाएं? वॉशरूम में जाके कुछ चीजें हम करते हैं तो ये चीजें सिखानी क्यों पड़ रही हैं? ये जाके हम कर सकते हैं. सो बाकी एक आदमी के रूल फॉलो करने से आई एम श्योर हजारों लोगों को बीमारियों से हम बचा रहे हैं. तो इतनी सी बात समझने के लिए हमें मोटी किताबें पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. सो लेट्स सेल्फ लर्न.
आदतें डालने की बहुत जरूरत है सभी में.
एंड इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल हैबिट. हम ब्रश करते हैं ना, फिर ब्रश तो रोज रोज नहीं सिखाया जा रहा है. किस किताब में सिखा रहे हैं कि हमें रोज जाके सुबह ब्रश करना है? उसी तरह से हम थूक रहे हैं, हमें सही जगह जाके थूकना है. एंड योर सही प्लेस इज अ वॉशरूम. आप बोल रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट स्पिटून्स बना दें. इमेजिन आपके शहर में जगह जगह स्पिटून्स है, आपको अच्छा लगेगा? आप वो सिनेरियो भी सोचिए कि आप बोल रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट ये कर दे, गवर्नमेंट वो कर दे. ये छोटी सी आदत है, आप वॉशरूम में स्पिट कीजिए एंड आपके स्पिटून्स गायब हो जाएंगे. योर शहर विल लुक बेटर, योर शहर विल लुक ग्रीनर, cleaner walls, happier people, healthier people. हमें और इससे ज्यादा क्या चाहिए? I think it's a very small thing we are expecting people to do.
Yes, that's very true actually. Chetan, there is a question from Uru's work. We have seen that on various RWA WhatsApp groups, one can now take a photo of a car parked illegally and can send it to the traffic department, and they immediately send an e-challan. So something similar for this campaign can be done?
Yeah, we can do it. We can just put some like a monitoring committee that will monitor about if like suppose in my society there is a person who has fitted over the gate corner, so we can just monitor the CCTV footage and we can just identify, okay, that person is there. We will just put that particular photo over our WS society group only. That person, even if we do it in the group only, then the people will get to understand, okay, we will know we don't have to spit here, we don't have to spit only. So, and I don't know whether different MCDs and municipal corporations are working against it, or either they are imposing some fines over there. So like we have to we can't do it to, like, we can just do not send it to the government organization, but we can do it on the our level, on our society level. We can spread that particular message that, okay, that person has spitted and they have to pay some fine, or either they have to clean it only. When they get to know, okay, I have to clean it, I have prepared, I have done this mess and I have to clean it, why do I have to? Then other people will get to know, okay, this is the situation, this is the scenario, we don't have to do it. Okay. And
Yes.
like one more thing is there, like if we find the people, I think fining is okay, good, but we can do one more thing, we can detain them for some time. I think nowadays there are so many people who used to pay a good amount of money for just to save 2 or 5 minutes. So what we can do, we can detain their time. We can just set some punishments according to that person. If a person is economical weak, that what we can do, we can just detain him. If a person is like stronger, like we can add some financial monetary fine over there also, and we can detain him also. So he will like able to understand what are the consequences to spitting in public places, to spitting in like open areas. And a part of that, people has to understand it, why we have to spit, why do we have to keep like create mess over our beautiful cities. So we have to do it, we have to understand it. It's a start from us only. Yeah. Pooja ma'am wants to
Yes,
add on.
and that's an innovative approach, and we have a lot of suggestions coming from audience also. Audience, if you have any suggestion related to this topic, please type in the chat box because that is going to help us.
Nidhi ma'am, Pooja ma'am
So
wants to add
Usha
on it.
Narayan Swami, what she is writing is a common problem all over the country. A good initiative by you, huge task ahead. Wishing you all the best and strength to carry forward your good work. So a lot of
Thank you.
wishes we are getting, and definitely we have to do a lot of many things. Pooja Ruchi Jain is asking, government should have an agreement signed with pan shops where in an audit, if any red spit is found, then the pan wala will be fined. So this system makes sure that pan wala will tell every customer not to spit. So is auditing a good option?
See, yeah, it can be a good option, but like Raja uncle had mentioned, implementation and sustaining that becomes very difficult. आज implement होगा 4 दिन बाद फिर someone they will not follow it. Now monitoring whether all the audits are happening, what is happening after the audits, ये सब monitor करने के लिए a lot of resources are required. Okay, so I'll give you one simple example. Where I used to stay in Pune, outside there was an IT company. So during breaks, people used to come out. There was a pan stall, there was a chai stall, and these people used to come out to drink tea, and there are those disposable glasses, and जहाँ पे भी बैठे वहीं कप छोड़ के चले जाएंगे. They'll smoke, वहीं पे cigarette छोड़ के चले जाएंगे. So then once we told them, why don't you hire someone to just pick up. see, it's not possible for that person. He has installed a dustbin. Okay, it is not possible for him to hire another person who can just clean the place around and all. So I think it has to come from within. And see, all these people who are working in that IT are educated. इतना तो हमें भी समझता है ना यार, मैंने जहाँ चाय पी है वहां पे चाय वाले के वहां पे डस्टबिन है, तो मैं वो डस्टबिन में फेंक दूं या खुद के साथ ले जाऊं, डेस्क में डाल दूं? नहीं, बट so see, like we have always been telling, expecting governments to do things, expecting others to do things can be more tedious. Monitoring that will become more difficult. So the best thing is to start changing ourselves. Start educating people around you. You can start talking to your family members, your neighbors, societies. Buildings can start taking an initiative कि हम अपने आजू बाजू की जगह साफ सुथरी रखें. So these kind of things, if we start doing, and we don't have to look at a big area, a small area around you, start implementing these things, and apparently India will become clean. Slowly, but yes, it will.
Definitely, we will see the change. I think so. Raja, Abha Mishra is saying that there are subjects as value education, but it is not being focused properly in school. So what are your comments on this?
I think you need to repeat the question because the voice was breaking.
Yeah. The question is from Abha Mishra. There are subjects as value education, but it is not being focused properly in schools.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a challenge. The schools today probably are more theory oriented. Very few schools are practical oriented. And as I said, the age 5 to 10 is very critical. And be it, teaching science or geography or simple things, color, etc. If it is all practically driven, I'm told in many developed countries, that's how they do it. So it will be more effective and it will be more interesting for the child to learn and implement. If you are going only based on marks, based on what you have written in a particular exam, that's not going to solve the problem. So we need to be more practically oriented, and we need to be, all our lessons in life should be based on
that. That's true. Preeti, Suresh Sharma is asking, in schools, seminars and short meetings for these topics are there, but students do not follow. And they also used to did the same thing in schools also. So what can be done for this?
We do have our programs which we take to schools. We have presentations which we do on weekly basis at school. So we have a fixed time slot given to us. And Mr. Sharma will be surprised with the number of ideas we get from the youth. The young children, like someone in the beginning said, why don't we ban tobacco? There was a child who said, so problem is sorted, let's ban tobacco. I said, okay, tomorrow I shall ban your burger also. Will you like it? So just like you control your consumption of a burger, one has to learn to control consumption on tobacco. So I think children actually are very smart. They give us ideas and they implement as well. We've had so many children who came up with instances where they have told their bus drivers, they have told their help in the bus who was found spitting that not to spit. And their security staff at home in their societies, they have gone and told don't spit. The only thing that we go and teach the children is say it with a smile, say it politely, and do not be rude, because it takes time. And the child, in fact, the student was not aware that their security staff or the maid or the ayah working in school does not know that spitting spreads diseases. The child thought, sabko malum hai. क्यों करते हैं इतना disgusting है वो क्यों नहीं समझते? Then we had to tell the school children, you are thinking that the other person knows. So let's start by teaching. So first, when you approach your bus driver or you're approaching your security, tell them that what are the ills of spitting, what are the diseases. So it was a learning process for the student, and they took that message now in a logical way and they started teaching. So I think children are smart, children are capable of teaching. And another question which somebody else was asking, that value-based education is now vanishing from schools. Let me tell, children watch their parents too. Value education is by the minutest things that we do, the children are watching and learning. Again, I said, we don't need a moti kitab for this. It's very simple. A father or a mother has eaten something or drank a cola and has just trashed it. It's simple for the child to know that something which I don't require needs to be just thrown. While if the same thing, they had a trash bag in the car and they have collected it and thrown in a dustbin at the end of the journey, shows very simple education to the child. And that is what I call value-based education. We do not need big scholars or big books to teach very simple things in life. The children just look at you and learn. So let's change ourselves. The story comes back to saying that let's change ourselves.
Yes, simple thing matters a lot.
Yes.
Vinita Pandey is asking question to Chetan sir. Can you please tell, is there any machinery or thought taken by machinery world to stop all this, that people spit on the roads?
Actually, there is no machinery to detect it, whether people has spit it over. But what we can do, we can just, if we go by the simple approach, we can just check the normal CCTV footage over the roads only. As you can see in the nowadays, I used to live in Delhi, and there is on each and every red light, there are some CCTV footage. And I have seen so many people when they are waiting over the red lights and the traffic lights, they used to do the spitting into the plants and all this, whatever, put it over there just to beautification. They used to do it. So what we can do, we can then capture these photographs and circulate it. As Pooja ma'am has already mentioned, that if we like we circulate their details, like this person has spitted on this corner, in the expressways also, like if somebody got detained for over speeding, we can spread this message like expressways also, like there's that person, the number, car number is there, that person, that car's driver has spitted in that particular corner, and it there will be fine for it, and they will get a e-channel, like earlier our audience has given this idea. So we can do it, and it actually it starts from the person to person only. If person is realizing that he has committed some mistake, then only we will be able to change the society. So so Pooja,
I would like to add something. So whatever we are discussing now are the steps that have to be taken after something wrong has been done. We should start aiming, and we should take proactive steps to stop doing these things. Fine lagana, audit karna, identifying is after the thing has been done. But our aim should be कि ये चीज होनी ही नहीं चाहिए.
Yes, Pooja. And NV Thakkar, he's asking, instead of fining, can we detain them for their time instead? Time is more valuable than money.
Yeah, I've already mentioned that.
Yes, so like Chetan sir has already told, actually even this, I think, I always used to think about this, ki, if someone is breaking a traffic signal, maybe when they're on their way to office, instead of fining, they should be detained and they should be asked to do social work. So what happens is, because you cannot go to office, aapki leave lag jati hai, you're embarrassed because you have to do it in front of so many people. So I think the impact is more, and people will be more cautious when, you have to bunk office and, start cleaning roads, and so the impact is going to be better. Yeah.
So can I add something here, Nidhi?
Yes, Preeti.
Okay, so I will share a real life incident here. One of our volunteers in Pune, she spotted someone spitting at the signal, and she herself was on a two-wheeler. So she went to the side, she parked her scooter, she came back, and she told the gentleman to get off his two-wheeler who spat. She said, "Kyun?" He said, "Kyun, madam? Kya hua? Maine to kuch nahi kiya." She said, "Nahi, aap pehle niche utro." And then she showed him what exactly he had done. She said, "Ye aapne sadak pe kya kiya hai?" He said, "To kya hua? Maine to sirf thooka hai." Boli, "Lekin kyun thooka hai? Ye sadak to meri bhi hai." So he was taken aback कि कोई थूकने के लिए उसे रोक रहा है. I think it was first time for him कि किसी ने उसे रोका. वो तो बिंदास थूक रहा था. कभी उसको लाइफ में किसी ने नहीं रोका, किसी ने फाइन नहीं किया. She said, मैं ये अलाउ करूंगी ही नहीं. बोलता है, आप कौन होते हैं? बोलते मैं जो भी हूँ, लेकिन कल तो आपके पेपर में मैं तो नाम देकर ही रहूंगी. When he said that, he was taken aback. He said, sorry madam, आगे से नहीं करूंगा. So she said, आगे से तो आप नहीं करेंगे, ये तो मैं देखूंगी कि आप ना करें, लेकिन आज ये पानी की बोतल लीजिए, इसको साफ करके जाइए. तो पहले
बहुत
उसको
अच्छा
कहा
काम
पानी
किया।
की,
और ऐसे ही
लेकिन
लोग हमारी कंट्री में हमको चाहिए है आगे जो काम।
तो जब
I
वो
have
इम्बैलेंस हुआ तो उसने किया, फिर उसने सफाई की।
I have a s-
Raja, there is a question from Vinitha Pandey. Hey Raja sir, once I saw a movie in that I saw the chief minister of the state, he used to fine 5,000 on each person, rupees 5,000 on each person who spit on the road. Can we do the same? And that can bring a lot of change. This question is from Chetali.
Yeah, I think we have talked about this earlier. So yeah, fine is one of the mechanism to stop people from spitting. Like Chetan mentioned earlier, more the fine, more the deterrent. So like example, today the traffic rules are changed by RTO. The fine system has been improvised. So, but that is only the one part of it. Morally, you need to fine yourself for doing something wrong is something that we need to learn. So today you can pay a fine and get off. Tomorrow again you will do it. But what is the mechanism that you will not do it again? Is something that we need to think about.
Yeah, and lot of audience and many audience people, what they're saying is, Aditya Kumar is saying, great initiative, kudos to the team for clinging onto the campaign and never say die attitude. Let us come together and make spitting off the to-do list. So really our viewers are getting motivated because this is the issue which they have never seen someone passionately doing lot of activities. Preeti, there is a question. Kirti Vandana, she's asking, I think social media has a big role to play in terms of bringing psychological change. So
Yes.
what are your comments?
Yes, social media does have a big role to play, and I must thank. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So yes, social media has a big role to play, and we do have a lot of volunteers who support us by working for posting on social media. So the moment we do a campaign and it goes on to our Spit Free India campaign page, there are many who get motivated by just going through that. And you can replicate the entire program is there with given to you on a platter on that social media platform, and you can replicate it in any city, any ward, any locality, and anybody can take it forward. So social media has helped people know how to move forward, move ahead with it, and get inspired by it. So it can be used in very many positive ways. Absolutely right.
So Preeti, has the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan given any boost to your campaign?
Of course, Nidhi, it has. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has actually become a mantra in every home. पहले किसी को पता ही नहीं था स्वच्छता होती क्या है. अभी धीरे धीरे स्वच्छ भारत से लोगों को पता चला स्वच्छता का मतलब क्या है. लेकिन उसका अगला एक मैं ऐड करूंगी कि लोगों की भी स्वच्छता अभी तक था कि गार्बेज क्लीनिंग, गार्बेज सेग्रीगेशन, मैंने गीला सूखा अलग कर दिया. उन्हें ये नहीं पता था कि स्पिटिंग भी स्वच्छता में ही आता है. तो अब हमने ये जो आया है ये बीड़ा कि हम अवेयरनेस लाएंगे, इसमें हमने स्वच्छता में एक एज ऐड कर दिया है. सो नाउ पीपल नो कि ना थूकना भी स्वच्छता में ही आता है. सेल्फ हाइजीन, मेंटेनिंग क्लीन सराउंडिंग्स, नॉट स्पिटिंग ऑन समबडी एल्सेस वॉल, नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग कि कोई दूसरा इसकी सफाई करे, इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ स्वच्छता. नॉट ओनली नॉट लिटरिंग एंड नॉट थ्रोइंग गार्बेज. सो स्वच्छता में अभी हमने स्पिटिंग को ऐड कर लिया है. तो अब कोविड-19 से तो अब लोगों को और समझ आने लगा है, लेकिन हम पिछले इतने सालों से ये समझा रहे हैं कि इससे बीमारी फैलती है. सो ये भी हमने स्वच्छता प्रोग्राम में ऐड कर दिया है.
So Abhi, this is a kind of add-on.
Yes.
Raja, we would like to know what kind of challenges does your team face during outdoor campaigns?
Oh, challenges are quite a few. That's why we have been struggling for the last 10 years, I guess. But in general, if you see, as Indians, including me, of course, we have grown with a kind of apathy and that chalta hai attitude. We try to avoid things which are not nice, so we just leave it and we try to continue. But when we go for campaigns, the viewers or the audience, they view our activity as a fun activity first, and then as an awareness campaign. So this is what we have observed. And from an authority's point of view, they presume that to keep a particular locality or a city clean, it is always NGO's work. I don't know why they perceive it this way. हाँ वो NGO के आदमी आके सफाई कर देगा. So why? So this is a kind of feeling that we get, and of course cleaning is to be done by somebody else. That kind of a feeling is also there. Whereas it has to be from an individual point of view. Why should I first of all dirty the place? Why should I throw garbage? Why should I litter? Why should I spit? That kind of an attitude has to come from within. So yeah, it's kind of both ends. We have challenges, but yes, somehow we are hopeful that we will succeed one day. You're on mute.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. And if popular figures get involved, it will be definitely going to give momentum to this campaign. And we have some suggestions from audience also. Aditya Kumar is writing, public awareness, enrolling more volunteers, funding arrangements, including CSR, NGO funding, fines of higher amount. So we are getting a lot of suggestions for this. So Raja, what is your say in this?
Yeah, this can succeed only if people participate. We always talk about government is not doing this, government is not doing that. But definitely people's participation in any form of governance will be a kind of success. So if people don't participate, it has got no value. So the absolutely right. We have to engage everybody, be it corporates, industries. We do campaigns everywhere, and we spread the awareness, whatever is possible from our side.
Yes. So Raja, in Pune, at least people are aware of your campaign. What about other cities?
Yeah, so ours have been more Pune-centric when it comes to action, definitely. But over the last 10 years, we have received many calls, many emails, mainly from student and college students and school students, where they want to take this movement forward. And they have done it in their own locality. Mainly from a school point of view, I believe in the curriculum, there is some activity to be showcased and they get some marks. So the awareness definitely is there and they know who to contact. Definitely it is there. It will be very nice to say here that about 5-6 years back, Gangtok Municipal Corporation, in association with a particular Rotary chapter, they got in touch with us and they wanted some ideas on how to make Gangtok city spit free. And I believe they did a 2-month campaign and there were hoardings and posters all over. And it was quite nice to see our logo being projected there. And of course, we didn't go and visit and see. But yes, it is possible. If at a municipality level, if the seriousness is there, anything is possible. And people's participation, of course, goes without saying. So it's not that we are only in Pune. Yes, we are there. And more people need to get participate, and each one taking its own leadership thing, we can definitely achieve.
Yes, and all of us here and all of the audience lend a shoulder to the wheel, and we can achieve this. Definitely, we can do this.
100%.
Preeti, actually, I would like to know that. Can you tell us what kind of solutions you have worked on about the problems and issues that you're facing?
We have repeated sessions with our volunteers where we like to brainstorm कि इस locality, इस area के लिए क्या solution निकाला जाए, हमारे शहर के लिए क्या solution निकाला जाए. Now that we know the people's mindset, क्या solution निकाला जाए. तो हमने 2 categories रखे. एक है जहाँ पे हम actual awareness campaigns करते हैं कि हम जिस तरह से लोगों को समझाएंगे, लोग समझेंगे and they will implement it. So in that aspect, what we have done is we have done presentations in schools, in colleges, in institutes, where we try and take the entire presentation of 20 minutes and explain the ills of spitting, share data with them, how they can participate, and things like that. Then we have done campaigns on social media. We have had people who come and sing, do jingles, just as Pooja explained. Those campaigns have been part of the solution itself. So when people listen to it, they try to take it forward. Then we do, in a particular ward, there are a fixed group of Safai Karamcharis. We do a session with them. We tell them, you are doing this work day in, day out, cleaning other people's dirt. But you need to take protection. You need to stop those people who are spitting in front of you. Even you need to become frontline warriors to tell them not to spit. Tell your children who are working who are playing in the locality, they'll play in the open. And imagine people have spat there and your children are playing there. Even they should know that they should carry the message forward. So ये हो गया हमारा solutions of awareness building. अब physical solution में we want spittoons, we want spit cups. अब मान लीजिए एक बस ड्राइवर है, वो पूरा दिन गाड़ी चला रहा है, वो कहाँ स्पिट करेगा? वो सिर निकालेगा खिड़की से और स्पिट कर देगा. अब उसका जेन्युइन प्रॉब्लम है, वो पोल्यूशन में चला रहा है. So we decided, let's distribute spit cups. So we had students who went around and gave spit cups to drivers, maybe auto drivers, car drivers, to bus drivers. They can spit, seal the bag and dispose it at the nearest dustbin. So things like spittoons, spit cups, and having making people aware that washrooms use kare, they have all been part of our solution. But the topmost will be, like many viewers and many audience have told, name and shame. We must tell people what you have done is wrong, whether it is by way of a hooter, whether it is by way of an AI project done by Chetan. Somehow or the other, naming and shaming is something which people will, I'm sure it is hard hitting. It will have the most effect. So we are yet to look at the naming and shaming part of the solution.
Yes, I also feel naming and shaming will work better than any other thing. Pooja, is there any innovative way to spread the message of anti-spitting?
So, to be honest, the simplest way is to talk to as many people as you can. I think all the innovation Chetan sir will be doing. So, what we can do is, keep our locality clean. Talk to as many people as you can. You can just go on our page and keep sharing the posts, give suggestions. If you want to do a small campaign around, you can do that. So there are many ways in which you can do this. It's not very innovative, I would say, but yeah, these are the simple steps that we can take and make this campaign successful.
Preeti was saying that there is a jingle that you use for your campaign. Could you share that?
Yes, I'll share that.
Nidhi, your option for sharing is open.
Yes. I think Pooja, we are not able. Okay.
Hey, no! Zara ruk!
ए भाई जरा डोंट थुको, आगे भी नहीं पीछे भी, दाएं भी नहीं बाएं भी, ऊपर ही नहीं नीचे भी. ए भाई थूक जहां से आया है उसमें छुपा पाया है टीबी का कीटाणु, निमोनिया कीटाणु, स्वाइन फ्लू कीटाणु और छुपी है बहुत बीमारी प्यारे. इसीलिए ए भाई जरा रुक, डोंट थूक.
Yeah, that's lovely actually. Neeta Ganguly is asking she's saying like the four walls of our house, we keep it clean and worship there. The earth is also home to all of us and we share it. So treat it with the same respect. Jai Hind. Hetu Grover is saying, as it is each one's responsibility to act in their own area of work, I would like to share that when I was running my interior business, the rule at my factory and sites was any sign of spitting or littering, money will be deducted from the contractor's bill. So yes, there are a lot of innovative ideas people are having and they're trying to implement it. Raja, what message would you like to give to our audience before we conclude?
Okay, so 2-3 things. One, seldom we realize that the earth is not inherited by from our forefathers, but borrowed from our children. So it is. We always think we inherit the earth from our forefathers. It's not true. Actually, we borrow it from our children. So when we leave this world and go, we need to give a proper world to them. That's number one. Number two, all these awareness campaigns that we have been doing, and education series, value based, all that in school is all meant for the brain. But when it comes to action, it has to be from the heart. Unless we don't realize that what we are doing is not right and what we are doing is incorrect and it is not right for others, things will not change. So you implement any number of fines, any number of things. If you don't do things from the heart, it will never last long. So that's a couple of message. I would also
take oath.
Yeah, and I also have a small oath that all of us can read and go through, and I'm sure the audience also can see it. I'll try to present it now. Last time I couldn't, but let me check it out.
Yes.
So everybody's able to see?
Yeah, can you read it?
Because yes, I'm going to read it, and it's very simple, and I expect everybody to read it together. So let's start. I will neither spit or litter, nor let others spit or litter.
I will neither spit or litter, or nor let others spit or litter.
I will initiate the quest for cleanliness with myself.
I will initiate the quest for cleanliness with myself.
My family, my locality.
My family, my locality.
My city, my workplace.
My city, my workplace.
And finally, my country. Jai Hind.
And finally, my country. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
I have to.
Okay, so.
Yep. Okay, sorry, I'm back.
So now I think.
Didi, those were my messages.
I think there is some trouble with the Nidhi ma'am's signal. So thank you, Raja sir. Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Thank you, Preeti ma'am, for having this session with Smart Circuit. On the behalf of Smart Circuit, I would like to thank you. I would also like to thank Nidhi ma'am. Okay, and I think people has to start thinking about it. They have to give more, they have to aware their children also, so that they can just we are doing this for their future only, not for our present. We are doing this for their future. As Raja sir have mentioned, that we have borrowed this earth from our children, so we have to make it as better as possible that we can do for themselves. Okay, there is anything you would like to add on, Preeti ma'am?
No, I just want to thank you also for coming with such innovative ideas, and looking forward to seeing some new changes coming up.
Actually, right now I will also start working on these ideas, and I would like to soon I would like to connect you with people, because you are working in Pune and Bombay only, and I would like to initiate these initiatives in Gurgaon and Delhi also, because in North India we have seen people are aware of several things. They are running, there are several NGOs are running, but they are not able to accept the change. They are start to resist. Let me share one story. It was a story of 2018. I was in Dehradun that time, and there was a person who spitted over the railway line. I was waiting for the my train over there, and when I stopped him, he start to yelling on me. He start to तुम होते कौन हो मुझसे पूछने वाले, या like, and there was a bunch of people who used to clean that particular area. There was a NGO named as Muskan. Sorry, I have to mention their name, because there are 4 members over there. So what they have done? How did they deal? One person has taken out his cell phone and start recording, and he said, "Sir, I have done your recording that you have spitted, and I'm gonna share it over the Facebook, over the WhatsApp, and your video will gonna viral." Then that person start realize what wrong he has done, and then after some time, he just brought a water bottle and put some water over there, so that that mark will not be there. So I think we can do these things also on our small scale level. And thank you, Raja sir, thank you, Pooja ma'am, again, and thank you, Preeti ma'am. On the behalf of Smart Circuit and Nidhi ma'am, I would like you to thank you, and thank you audience for such for being us. And I assure you that these people are trying our best. We are also trying our best, and I think we can expect you a small small favor from you also, so you can just start in working in these directions only. So thank you everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.